God did not warn this king twice. Inside his own holy temple, God released instant and irreversible judgment. This is the forgotten story of King Uzziah, a ruler blessed by God but slowly destroyed by pride. Uzziah became king of Judah while still young, surrounded by wise counselors and faithful priests. As long as he sought the Lord, God gave him victory, protection, and supernatural success. His armies defeated powerful enemies, and surrounding nations feared Judah's growing strength. Wealth increased, cities expanded, and Uzziah's fame spread across the land. But success began reshaping his heart, slowly replacing humility with dangerous self-confidence. Pride entered quietly, convincing him that God's rules no longer applied to him. Uzziah stopped listening to correction, even when warnings came from God's own priests. He believed power gave him permission to step beyond boundaries God clearly established. There was one sacred place no king was ever allowed to enter, the holy temple of the Lord, where only chosen priests were permitted to serve. God separated kingship from priesthood to protect holiness, order, and reverence. But Uzziah ignored God's design and entered the temple himself. He carried incense meant only for priests, claiming authority God never gave him. The priests rushed toward him, shocked that the king would dare cross this holy line. They pleaded with him to leave immediately and avoid dishonoring the Lord. They warned him that continuing would bring
Your
judgment
Majesty,
instead of glory.
we must
But
hear
Uzziah
this.
became furious, offended that anyone dared correct a powerful king. Pride hardened his heart, and humility completely disappeared. In that exact moment, heaven responded without delay. God released judgment inside his own sanctuary, where holiness could never be mocked. Leprosy suddenly appeared on Uzziah's forehead before everyone watching. The powerful king instantly became unclean in the presence of God. Fear filled the temple as priests realized judgment had already fallen. Uzziah was rushed out, no longer worthy to remain inside God's house. From that day forward, he was banned from the temple forever. His reign ended, and his son governed the kingdom in his place. The once great king lived isolated, cut off from people, power, and worship. His influence faded, and his name slowly disappeared from leadership. God did not strike Uzziah because he was weak. God struck him because pride replaced obedience. Calling never cancels submission to God's authority. Position never gives permission to cross holy boundaries. God establishes limits, even for those he blesses. Crossing those limits always brings serious consequences. Uzziah had power, wealth, honor, and divine favor, and he lost everything in a single moment of pride. This story is more than ancient history. It is a warning written for everyone who forgets God.